Hello guys, I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, I'm going to talk about some news I seen yesterday, and it's out of the NFL, in which former first-round draft pick, he got drafted this year, by the way, Ricky Pearsall was shot in the chest. He's an NFL wide receiver going into his first NFL season. He was shot in the chest in an armed robbery attempt yesterday in San Francisco, the city where he plays for the 49ers, by a 17-year-old kid who tried to rob him as he came out of a building. I'm going to go ahead and show you what they say so far, but he was shot in the chest, and they say he's going to make a smooth recovery. Take a look at this video, and we'll be right back.
San Francisco city officials promising to hold those accountable after 49ers first-round draft pick Ricky Pearsall is shot while fighting off an attempted robber.
This is a setback, but we will continue to push forward to make sure that we minimize these types of events in our city.
Officials say 49ers wide receiver Ricky Pearsall is being treated for his wounds tonight at San Francisco General Hospital. Good evening. I'm Christina Rendon. Police say that this shooting happened around 3:30 this afternoon near Geary and Hyde, not far from Union Square. Officers tell us Pearsall was walking outside when he was confronted by a 17-year-old armed with a gun. A struggle ensued, shots were fired, and soon both Pearsall and the suspected gunman were taken to the hospital. KTVU's Zach Sauce live outside SF General tonight with the latest on Pearsall's condition. Zach.
And as you mentioned at this hour, Ricky Pearsall still being treated here at San Francisco General. Earlier, the mayor, the San Francisco DA, the police chief, all addressing the media. This after Pearsall was first almost robbed and then shot right by Union Square in the middle of a holiday weekend. A warning, the video you're about to see is graphic.
5 shot I had. Bah, 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 bah.
Cell phone video capturing a bloodied Ricky Pearsall moments after San Francisco police say the 49ers player was shot in the chest during an attempted robbery near Union Square. A man who asked not to appear on camera standing nearby.
Within a second, the police they came in, and then the guy that got shot, he crossed on the other side. He was shot on the left-hand side.
The 23-year-old receiver who was drafted in the first round by the 49ers this year was rushed to Zuckerberg San Francisco General.
Thankfully, Mr. Pearsall is in stable condition.
Police say Pearsall was in front of 777 Geary Street near Grant Avenue when a 17-year-old suspect from Tracy approached him just after 3 in the afternoon.
A struggle between Mr. Pearsall and the suspect ensued. Gunfire from the suspect's gun struck both Mr. Pearsall and the subject.
The suspect was also taken to the hospital and is now in police custody.
This kind of violence is simply unacceptable in our city, and we will do everything in our power to work with District Attorney Brooke Jenkins to ensure that justice is served in this matter.
There will be accountability for those who commit these types of acts in San Francisco.
Back at the site of the shooting, police spending hours collecting evidence. Those who witnessed the shooting shaken.
Very scary. Yeah, it's scary. Anything can happen in the blink of an eye.
Chief Bill Scott crediting his officers' quick response with the department's decision to beef up police presence in the area over the last few years, a presence police plan to add to.
Usually when things like this happen, people get anxiety, and we want to make sure that the public knows that we're there for them, so we will increase that deployment. And we were going to do that during the holiday season anyway.
And again, one person in custody right now, a 17-year-old, because they're a juvenile, their name being withheld. The DA says she plans to make a decision on charges by sometime early next week. Again, Pearsall right now in serious but stable condition. Christina?
Zach Sauce reporting live for us tonight in San Francisco. Zach, thank you for that report. San Francisco Mayor London Breed also speaking out tonight, saying it is very rare for something like this to happen in Union Square following an increase in officer deployment.
This incident, we are glad that the victim will be okay. But this incident does set us back from all the hard work that we've done in order to make significant changes in public safety in San Francisco.
She said she hopes the work of officers lets people know that if they come to the city to commit crimes, they will be arrested. Fellow 49ers reacted to today's shooting, and while he didn't explicitly mention Pearsall, receiver Deebo Samuel took to X, writing, quote, "He is good. Thank God." San Francisco District Attorney Brooke Jenkins says her office is working to formally charge that 17-year-old suspect from Tracy. She says she'll announce the charges next week, either on Tuesday or Wednesday, and the charges again will be filed in juvenile court because the suspect is a minor.
That's the news, and thankfully this young man will be okay. When I first heard the news, the way the press clipping was, I thought he was dead. Said he was shot in the chest. They said 5 shots was exchanged. So they said he only was shot once. Now, I'm going to tell you, that's a top-notch athlete, football player at that. You know what I'm saying? You can't play NFL football without having a little bit of aggression in you. You know what I'm saying? To play the position he plays, taking hits, blocking, all kind of stuff. And for some 17-year-old kid that come up on him, pull a gun on him, and attempt to rob him. I told you before, these kids, they walking up on people, pulling guns, thinking that is the great equalizer. A lot of people ain't down with that mess. This kid shot this man and shot himself in the process. A lot of times people pull guns on people and they expect the person to just fall down and just, and they think it's going to be an easy take. A lot of times people, adrenaline kicking, they don't act the way a person thinks they're going to act. And Mr. Pearsall put up a fight. I guarantee you, when the guy started shooting, when he first grabbed the guy's arm or whatever, and he seen that guy is an athlete, Ricky Pearsall not small. He's small for a wide receiver, but he's not small. Guy all muscle, he worked out year round, been doing it forever. That's what got him into the league. As soon as he grabbed him, 17-year-old kid, grown man strength, now the gun wasn't that important, so he let the gun off and wound up shooting himself in the process. Only thing about that's bad about this thing is, the only thing that's good about this is the guy was caught. How many other people out here get shot and killed in robberies and stories that I cover that don't get caught and get more and more emboldened because they feel as though they know the way the system works because they did it once and they know what to do to get away again. And they get more and more and more aggressive when they stick guns in people's face. Why? 17 years old, supposed to still be in high school. They talking about he gonna be charged as a juvenile for fucking what? So he can get out next year? Why ain't you charging him for an adult? As an adult. The mayor and all these other people coming out speaking about it because it's a big embarrassment to the city that they welcome this guy. He played at the University of Florida. They welcome him to the city as the newest person to come and try to help that city win a championship in the NFL. And here comes some idiot asshole to come and do that. They talking all about, hey, it's messed up and this and that, but why you ain't trying as an adult? They need to switch that. I'd try him as an adult. His ass would sit up in jail until he rotted. 17 years old. A lot of people say, oh, well, he's only 17. I can only go back to the mindset I had when I was a 17-year-old, and I knew not to do that shit, especially putting a gun in a grown man's face. All in all, man, this stuff is heartbreaking. It's like the new normal. It's the new normal to commit violence against somebody else you don't know. And it's like, it's so common now. U.S. and the justice system, which is people are not scared of no more. We going in a totally different direction. After a while, man, it's going to be bedlam here. And by the time, because I think honestly, and I said this before, I think they're sitting back and they're watching this crime and they're purposely letting a certain amount of stuff happen to where it'll sway the masses to where they say, you know what, we're fed up. All of this is happening. And they're going to come and drop the hammer. And when they drop the hammer and what they planning on doing, nobody's going to have no problem with it. And it's going to look bad for a lot of people out here doing stuff that claim that their kids don't do shit. And even if they did, you ain't got to do them like that. It is what it is. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. I'm glad Ricky Pearsall is okay. And I'll see you in the next video. Take care.